Alright, welcome back guys. So last time we were here, we were taking a look at the purifiers, the arc furnace, and the metal caster. And I have set everything up over here now and found out that the water is 1-to-1 in the purifiers. So you don't really have to worry about feeding water in, so I don't need a way to deal with the water that's coming out of this. I have added FNEI now, and if we look up iron, so 50 water in gives you 50 dirty out, 100 dirty water gives you 100 clean water. So that, proves what I was saying for what I've seen happening. But I've got these two set up. I've set all of them up in parallel. So these two are for iron, these two are for copper, and these two are for stone. And then I just have the iron and the copper sorted off here, sent over to their respective one that they need to go to. And then I have the arc furnaces set up for iron plate, steel beam, which is called steel plate, but it looks like a beam, copper plate, and then aluminum, which is over here. And that's what we're going to be working with today, as we have finished off engine research, which will allow us to get into automotives, fluid handling, and railway. I'm going to go ahead and get military 2 started so we can make our piercing bullets and grenades and get to military science. That's pretty vanilla-ish. And then the next thing I'm going to do is the electric energy distribution, so we can get medium and big electric poles. Since we can't automate making the small ones, we'll just automate making the medium and the large ones. But we need to work on making a new material today. And for that, we're going to need an arc furnace. And the material we need to make is ceramic alloy, aluminum ceramic composite, I guess it's called, because we need that for all of our red belts and splitters, undergrounds, things like that. A lot of the things coming up, I do believe the engines need it as well. Yes, they do. So we're going to work on getting that done. And go ahead and get this started. So I'm going to clean out a little area here. Let me show you here what it actually needs. So ceramics we can make with stone and steam in an assembly machine 2. Problem is, we can't make the assembly machine 2 without the aluminum ceramic composite. So therefore we have to do this recipe first that uses coal and stone in an arc furnace. So this is what I'm going to be setting up right now, and then we'll be using that in a regular assembler to make our aluminum ceramic composite. And then as soon as we can get the assembly machine 2, then we'll switch it over and save ourselves on the coal. I'm going to go ahead and get this cleaned out and look at setting this up when we come back. So I'll be right back with you. Alright, so I got our arc furnace sitting here in line with the rest of our arc furnaces. And I went ahead and ran the stone down here, and I've got it set for the recipe we want, which is stone and coal. And I've got a bunch of coal that I picked up off the line when I cleaned everything up, so we're just going to throw that into this box, and we'll use that for right now to power this. So now we just need to run some power over here. There we go, and that will make our ceramic. And now we need an assembler, which we're going to go ahead and put down here. I'm figuring we're probably going to need quite a few of them at some point, but we're going to use this for making our ceramic aluminum composite. Now, I haven't looked and seen if we need aluminum for anything else. Actually, let's move this over just a bit. So right now, we're going to have this come down like that. And we'll have the ceramic come down. And I think what we're going to do is run the two of them together. So if we do it, say, here, then we can just fill that up like that. And we'll have that, like that. Gotta grab some more belts real quick. So used to doing that other pack where I have thousands of things in a stack. I'm having to get used to having only 50 or 100 in a stack now. Alright, so we'll just run these two together right here, which can then run right across the top, and we'll just start with this one for the moment. That input, that output for the moment. And there's that. And there we go. And it looks like we're going to need a bit more stone coming in. I have another box and lots of stone on me, so we'll use all that at the moment. And then I'll just turn this once that gets empty. And it looks like we're going to need extra on the coal as well, but like I said, I'm hoping that we're not going to have to do this for too long. Hopefully we'll be able to get to the assembler 2 soon. Alright, so there is our output. And now that will allow me to make, I do believe we need it, yeah, we need it for these too. So that'll allow us to make the red belts and splitters and undergrounds, allow us to get into making the other electric poles and things like that. And let's go ahead and see. Probably going to go ahead and get the fluid handling done. That's going to get us into oil processing, fluid wagons, and eventually get us down to kerosene processing, which is our next thing in the 248 mod. So we'll start that. Now I'm going to go ahead and spend a little bit of time here automating up some of these vanilla things, like the red belts and electric poles. And I'll be back with you here in just a minute to show you the results of that. Hang tight. Alright, so we managed to get our electrical poles done and automated. They simply took copper plates, steel plates, iron sticks, and aluminum ceramic composite. It's what they both took, just different amounts. So it was easy enough to automate just like this. And I went ahead and did lights as well, so I could put them out around the place so it wasn't so dark. And then I redid the assembler so I could do the assembly machine too. So we now have them, which I forgot to limit. And you'll notice I've got a lot of iron plates in my inventory because I tore out our old, I said aluminum, didn't I? Iron plates. I tore out the old iron smelting up here. Also tore out the old copper smelting down here. And went ahead and obviously ran all of the aluminum and aluminum composite onto the belt. So now we're going to go ahead and change this out since we don't need to do it in the arc furnace anymore. We can now go to making our ceramic like this, which is going to be 100 steam and 2 stone to make a ceramic versus 4 stone and 3 coal. So we're going to go ahead and take this out of here. We're still going to need the coal because we're going to have to run a boiler. So we'll go ahead and put this right here. And for right now, we're going to put it straight into here. By the way, I also got a bunch more research taken care of. I did the railway, the automated rail transport, and the rail signals. And I also did a tool belt one. Let's scroll down here to the ones that are done. I got the military science done, the military 2, landfill, fluid handling, and I think, oh, and I also got gates. Stuff that really didn't matter too much for what we're actually doing here. So I'm going to go ahead and start this K1 technology, which we will look at in the next one. And we need ceramic. Oh, here we go. So we need that. Got a bunch of stone already in my inventory. I do need to automate making pipes so I can have those. Do I have... Oh, this will work fine for here since it's not for our power. And we're going to have to get water up here. Which we already have up here. Because we actually left it right here. So I'm going to have to get that past this stone. I think I'm actually going to run it to here and just run it down through there. So give me a minute, I'll get that done and be right back. Alright, so we got that going. And we need to get the ceramic out of there now. We'll just do that. And that'll take care of getting the ceramic out, which we do. No, that's good enough. It does look like we're going to need a second boiler for this, because it's definitely not going fast enough. So I think what we're going to do, because we need a lot of ceramic, because we need a lot of that ceramic compound, I'm guessing it's going to be about 1.5 boilers per assembler. So I'm going to go ahead and connect these 3 up together, and we'll put a second one of these in here. Like that. Connect that up, and then we're gonna do, let's see, we'll do this, and we'll do, we're gonna bring the stone down on this side. So then we can have this output, our ceramic, and we'll have that input, our ceramic. I'll go ahead and just drop that in there, that in there, and then we can just change this to come down right along here. There, that'll get us more ceramic, and then we can also set up a second one of these, and we might as well upgrade them so they can run a bit faster. And I'm quite sure I'm gonna have to set up, you know, multiples of this, but it looks like that's good enough to keep up with what we need. We might even be able to, we shouldn't be able to do a third one, because 1-to-1 didn't work. So I'm going to go ahead and add on to this out here so we can get more ceramic, because a lot of things are needing that compound. So we're going to need a lot more of it made. And I also want to show you, I did this here so we're not using our iron and our copper. That way we can continue to make aluminum. So basically this is set that the import priority is to the right and the output is to the left. The left doesn't matter. It's just so it won't try to put it on this little thing that goes nowhere, which it can't because there's nowhere for it to go. But that makes it try to take it from this side before it takes it from the main one. That way the stone one is always able to work, which you can see we're always backed up because we're not using enough copper yet and enough aluminum, but that's good that we're backed up. Got to set that, and we're actually backed up on our compound now, which is good. I'm also going to change this and we'll have it go like that. That way it's feeding both sides since we need a lot of it. And then we'll do the same thing as we add in more up there. We'll just have them go side to side like that. All right. So that's going to be it for today. We've got our compound made, and we're using it to make our new electrical things. I'm going to go ahead and work on, even though we really don't need them currently, I'm going to work on changing this line over, basically rebuilding it out here to where it can handle the red line stuff that we're going to be having. And when we're here next time, we'll look at this K1 technology and see what it's all about. So have a good one. Hope you guys are enjoying, and I will see you next time.